A lot of people think that great leadership is command and control, right?
What does
Where
that mean?
it means that I'm going to tell you where we're going and you are going to either agree or disagree. And if you disagree, then you don't have a place here. So look, to that end, I think the thing is that this is what I think people mistake about the military for the most part, and also in very large businesses where they see a CEO who is somebody who has been put up as being a really important person. Of course they are, because the buck stops with them. But in the military and special forces in particular, the leaders there will actually mostly be led by their people, right? You don't, as Steve Jobs used to say, you don't hire smart people to tell them what to do, right? You bring in great people so they can bring their minds to the problem and they can help you solve and achieve the objective you've got. And so when you've got leaders like that go, actually, I am nowhere near the smartest guy or girl in this room, but I've assembled this amazing team that can help us solve things. That's where the magic happens. And that's actually how leadership works in the real world when you have great leaders coming to solve a big problem.
That's one of my favorite Jobs quotes. I didn't hire you to tell you what to do. I hired you to tell me what to do. And Steve Jobs, who's like a mammoth of a person, someone that I could never claim to be equal to in IQ or EQ or probably on any other metric. And if that's his framework for hiring and looking at his people, what do I know? How could I be better than that? That
Yeah.
is so brilliant. That is so brilliant. So bring us back into your story, Phil. So you're doing phones. Then what happened?
Yeah. So I went back to school, and I had a fascination with when I went to college, there was a number of options that you could take. Obviously, there's heaps of options you could take, but I had the chance to study science and biology, chemistry, and I fell in love with it, not knowing where it was going to take me, right? I'm in a bank studying science. These two things don't coexist very well. But there was something about it, which was just the way of thinking about science, the way that you could understand more about the human body. It sort of blew my mind about how incredible the body is, when you really get into the nuts and bolts of it. And so I
Well, and real
ultimately,
quick, Phil, if I can
yeah,
just pull out to a meta view for a second for the listeners, aren't the most interesting people we know interesting people? They've got a variety of interests and knowledge bases. So many kids in college or even people in their career think they have to get so specific and uh, master one art form. And it's like, lift your head up, open up the aperture of your life and let some light in. If you're singly focused on one minute task, I'm sorry, you're boring. And you won't actually be that great of a contributor. You'll be a great worker, but you're not going to be that great of a leader and contributor to the overall team. So I just love that you were in a bank studying science, like clearly the seedlings of greatness to bloom.